Welcome to our channel. Today, we're embarking on a journey to discover the dark reality of Amazon rainforest known as Amazon jungle. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, is a vast and biodiverse ecosystem that spans multiple countries in South America. While it is celebrated for its rich biodiversity and vital role in regulating the global climate, beneath its lush canopy lies a dark reality of environmental destruction and human exploitation that threatens its very existence. Overview of the Amazon rainforest. Geographical and ecological importance. The Amazon rainforest covers approximately 5.5 million square kilometers and is home to millions of species of plants, animals, and microorganisms. Its biodiversity is unparalleled, with countless endemic species and unique ecosystems. Climate regulation. The Amazon plays a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen through photosynthesis. It also influences regional and global weather patterns, making it essential for maintaining ecological balance. Indigenous communities. The Amazon is inhabited by numerous indigenous communities that have lived in harmony with the forest for centuries, relying on its resources for their livelihoods and cultural practices. Environmental destruction. Deforestation. The Amazon rainforest faces relentless deforestation driven by agricultural expansion, logging, mining, and infrastructure development. Large swaths of forest are cleared each year to make way for cattle ranching, soy plantations, and other forms of land conversion. Loss of biodiversity. Deforestation results in the loss of habitat for countless plant and animal species, leading to declines in biodiversity and the extinction of endemic species. It also disrupts ecological processes and threatens the survival of indigenous communities. Climate change. The destruction of the Amazon contributes to climate change by releasing vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and reducing the forest's capacity to sequester carbon. This exacerbates global warming and its associated impacts, such as extreme weather events and rising sea levels. Human exploitation. Indigenous rights violations. Indigenous communities in the Amazon face systematic violations of their land rights, cultural heritage, and basic human rights. They are often marginalized and displaced by extractive industries and government policies that prioritize economic development over environmental and social justice. Environmental pollution. Industrial activities such as mining and oil extraction pollute the Amazon's air, water, and soil, contaminating ecosystems and endangering human health. Chemical spills, deforestation, and habitat destruction have devastating consequences for both wildlife and indigenous communities. Forced labor and exploitation. In remote areas of the Amazon, vulnerable populations are subjected to forced labor, human trafficking, and other forms of exploitation by illegal loggers, miners, and land grabbers. Poverty, lack of education, and limited law enforcement exacerbate these abuses. Impact on indigenous communities. Displacement and cultural erosion. Indigenous communities are disproportionately affected by deforestation and resource extraction, which threaten their traditional way of life and cultural heritage. Forced displacement, loss of ancestral lands, and exposure to external influences contribute to the erosion of indigenous cultures and languages. Health and well-being. Environmental degradation and pollution in the Amazon have serious implications for the health and well-being of indigenous peoples, who rely on the forest for food, medicine, and clean water. They face increased risks of malnutrition, disease, and social dislocation as their traditional livelihoods are disrupted. Resistance and resilience. Despite facing immense challenges, many indigenous communities in the Amazon are actively resisting environmental destruction and defending their rights to land, resources, and self-determination. They engage in advocacy, protests, and legal battles to protect their territories and preserve their way of life. International response and conservation efforts. Conservation initiatives. Various organizations, governments, and indigenous groups are involved in conservation efforts aimed at protecting the Amazon rainforest and promoting sustainable development. These initiatives include establishing protected areas, supporting indigenous land rights, and implementing forest management practices. Global awareness. The plight of the Amazon has garnered international attention and sparked widespread concern about the urgent need to address deforestation, climate change, and human rights abuses in the region. Advocacy campaigns, documentaries, and media coverage have helped raise awareness and mobilize support for conservation efforts. Policy interventions. Governments and international bodies have implemented policies and agreements aimed at curbing deforestation and promoting sustainable development in the Amazon. Measures such as forest monitoring, law enforcement, and financial incentives for conservation are being pursued to mitigate environmental degradation and promote responsible stewardship of the forest. Conclusion. The dark reality of the Amazon jungle reveals the profound challenges facing one of the world's most valuable and vulnerable ecosystems. Environmental destruction, human exploitation, and social injustice threaten not only the Amazon's biodiversity and climate-regulating functions, but also the livelihoods and cultural heritage of indigenous communities. Addressing these issues requires concerted efforts from governments. So keep watching and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for further videos. Thank you.